been really enjoying just the process of making it.
No drummer out there like me.
Well, we've worked with lots of great engineers and stuff, and not to take anything away, because I've enjoyed every process and I've learned a lot every single time, but Niall's the first guy we've worked with who's an actual like metalhead. I went to Niall and like in the most, I don't want to say arrogant or cocky, but you know, throw your cards on the table type thing. So I says to him, look, I love bands like Testament, and I love Exodus, and I love Slayer, and I love Power Trip, and I love their guitar sound. They always have like big, massive guitar sounds. And I says, like, our mission is to basically take all their guitar sounds and render them obsolete. Right? And I mean, you know, what producer, who wouldn't let's hear that and be like, what a wanker, you know, and rightly so. But Niall wasn't. Niall was like, yeah, okay, got it, let's do it. Biggest guitar sound ever, let's achieve it here today. You know? PV 6505, which is basically when Eddie Van Halen used PV, he had the 5150, and then he left PV, and they couldn't call it a 5150 anymore, so they called it a 6505. Some bands like to quantize stuff and have it on a click track and blah blah blah. Aaron, our drummer, is our click, he's our meter, and we rely on his pulse, his heartbeat to get our sound, you know, because, you know, we're a power trio more like, you know, Cream or ZZ Top, but we play thrash metal and we veer off. That's the other thing, like we might just go psychedelic into a freak out jam at any time. So the way we tracked it was we would go in as a full band and layer, just do all the rhythm tracks together in the room, just the way we rehearsed them. We would do every single song about 2 or 3 times, and then Aaron would actually pick his favourite drums, because the drums were essential at that point. And that was cool because it meant that we could basically go in and I could layer more guitars after the fact. And I've built a bridge, but I call it bridge of rhythms, you know. So there's 4 amps, I used 4 amps, 2 amps and amp sims, right? So I blended everything. PV 6505, there's a Mesa Boogie single rectifier, and it is cranked. I mean, it is driven like not even to 11, to like 311, you know. And there is an EVH 5153 amp sim. There's 2 of them. It's like my favorite amp of all time, the 5153, especially the 5153S. Like, oh, such a good amp, perfect for what I do. And the 6505 is kind of like a predecessor to that. Listen on a good set of cans, you'll hear there's a guitar far left, one far right, and then there's one at 10 and 2. And I was looking to try it that way just to see if I could build this big gargantuan guitar sound that I've been talking about, you know. It meant ultimately that, you know, between tracking the album 3 times with Aaron and Jake and then doing like 3 extra rhythms on everything, it just meant that I was doing unlimited amounts of tracking. But some of these songs are like 5 years old, and I have to say, I wasn't nervous, it was effortless, it was... The big thing for me with this particular album was actually the vocals, because Aaron was amazing, Jake was amazing, and I was super happy with all my guitar work. And I didn't want to then just come in and put shit vocals on at the end. So I kind of went away to do the vocals where I refused to do them anywhere with anyone except Jake. Jake's a nerd anyway, so like it's handy, he can record it. and there was a lot more privacy. It meant that I wasn't afraid to, like, you know, boogie a bit and just act weird and just get into the zone and have lots of fun with it. And I just wanted to be in a vocal booth where no one could see me and I could try things. And it meant then that as I was stretching out and trying more eccentric ideas, I wasn't getting embarrassed if it sounded shit, you know, or like feeling all hollow and crap. It meant that I was actually starting to try things with harmonies and melodies. And I hope when people hear this album, the thing they notice most from me anyway is, like, from Semper Pessimist, a massive vocal improvement, because that was what I've worked on the hardest. Here we go, Perilous Compulsion, coming early 2025.